Inglewood as a place is as beautiful as it can be dangerous. It's as, inspiring as it is heartbreaking sometimes. I've lost homies to Inglewood streets, and really had to come to school the next day and everybody saying like we was just with that kid. And it's a kid, but at the same time, I got homies that start businesses in Inglewood and they do well. And the streets, the same people who patrol the streets respect the young businessmen, and there's especially now a little bit of order to what's going on. And it's beautiful to see some of your youngsters grow up into young men, Inglewood taught me how to defend myself, and stand up in the face of adversity. Like it's been times where I'm glad I didn't run, because whoever wished to do me harm got a good look in my face and had to make a decision, and they chose to let me go home. You know what I'm saying? And had I not grown up in Inglewood, my first instinct would have been to run. But how would they have known that I wasn't who they was looking for? So, and again, that was when I was really young. By the time I was in my 20s, people knew exactly where I was at. Because I set up shop in Inglewood, and it treated me well. So it's Inglewood is like nature. I think the suburbs is something unnatural about all these very well manicured places. It's something very unnatural about a place where everything is groomed and there's no variables, and so that scares me more than a place where it's like, okay, this is a living, breathing, dynamic place, so that's why I love Inglewood.
Can't win the game with no coach. Pops win it.
My favorite place in Inglewood is Park Circle. Park Circle is the street where I grew up, and there's a literal park with houses surrounding it. And one of the houses around it was our house. Another favorite place is the Rusty Pot Cafe on Market Street. I just love Market Street. I had a storefront on Manchester Market. It just was a hub for the local artist community, for my immediate camp. And it was just a beautiful place. Market is definitely a huge part of the vibe of Inglewood. And now there are a lot of new Black-owned businesses over there that kind of, even though some of the people who own those businesses aren't local natives, I think what they've done in protecting the vibe of what Inglewood is remarkable, from Issa Rae to Sip and Sounder Coffee Shop, and so Market Street is a good place. You got Emma's on Market Street, the snack shop I used to go to all the time, so you got that area. Then you got in the north, the Serving Spoon, and I used to have a studio on Sentinel and La Brea, so that area is familiar to us. I used to box at Rogers Park, so I'm familiar with Inglewood, and thank God Inglewood's familiar with me too,
Big heart and flaws when you see the kid. Swear when we done, won't believe this shit. We got stripes like Adidas, nigga.